Hey everybody, welcome back. So now that we've done basically all the bosses from the main and the main DLC story, we're now moving on to the VR missions. The VR mission, just the VR missions. Jeez, I don't know how I confused myself there. Anyways, so we're gonna start with Yuffie's, and this is one that I had not done before. I have attempted it, but then I kind of started playing other things, and I didn't really like go back to it until this time. So me doing this was kind of like my first time actually doing Yuffie's very hard VR missions. I did like all the other ones, so it's funny. But yeah, this was the first time I did it. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so as I did say that I was going to do the summon fights, so this actually works out perfectly because the summon fights that you do normally, they're in these VR missions. But they're tougher, I think, because these are supposed to be like the hardest of the hard, on for each of the campaigns. So as you can see, I have like magnify healing set to like both Yuffie and Sonin, so that way like when I'm doing heals, they're both getting healed, even though some of my materials were not like fully. No, wait, I'm wrong. I actually did. I went back and leveled them up. Yeah. I remember after I finished the campaign, I went to go and basically I did a little bit of grinding to level up some of my materials because, especially for this fight, the Bahamut fight, I felt like they were going to be needed. Because what was it? My elemental materia was not leveled up all the way, and when you saw that, I actually slotted that into Yuffie's armor with fire. And there's a reason I did that, because once you get Bahamut's health down to about the 50% mark, he's going to summon Ifrit. And basically, I don't want to worry about Ifrit at all. I just want to focus on Bahamut. So while Ifrit's on the field, he's just going to sit there and heal me with everything that he does. So that way I don't ever have to worry about him. Because having to worry about both him and Bahamut, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a big no-no. We don't want that. So, because like, yeah, Bahamut by himself has already got hard-hitting abilities, that damn Umbral Strike. It's so hard to dodge. I feel like you have to dodge that perfectly, and then even then, I don't know if you're gonna do it. It's rough. Tifa's only like the only one that's able to basically just dodge that attack like it's nothing, because her parry slide is like the biggest cheat code in this game, in my opinion. Like, if you ever wanted to just dodge someone's attacks, play Tifa with the parry material on. There you go. Have fun. You're sliding all over the place. It's crazy. Yeah, it's freaking crazy. But yeah, so you'll notice that Bahamut's doing a countdown from 5. He's gonna go all the way to 1, and that's when he does Mega Flare. So once he hits about 1, that's when I'm going to have Sonin cast Mana Well on basically both of us, because I had his I believe I had Magnify set to Barrier. I believe I did. Or no, I think he had healing. Or no, maybe no. His healing, I think, was just single. And then yeah. And then I think I had Barrier basically attached to Magnify, so that way he could hit both of us with it at once. So that way we could survive it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm also using HP up materia, because even with Barrier up, freaking Mega Flare does like 5,000 to 6,000 points of damage. Okay, so I think without HP up materia, Yuffie would just die, because I don't think her HP even gets high enough. I think it only reaches like 5,500 or something like that by itself. Sonin, I think, might survive it, possibly. I don't remember what his HP was. His HP threshold is without HP up materia. But yeah, without HP up, you're not gonna survive Mega Flare even with Barrier up. So that's one of the reasons why you have to have, like, you absolutely have to have HP up materia. That attack sucks. I hate that attack so much. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's ridiculous to dodge, in my opinion. Yeah, don't do what I did there. Kind of, when you see Bahamut doing that, like he's going up this guy, he's going to do the dive bomb, run to one corner, and then basically just run to the other side, and you should dodge that. You should dodge that ability. Because he doesn't track you with it. He doesn't track you with it. Like, he's going to come down in a certain area, and then, yeah, then he's going to, he'll miss completely if you're just moving from side to side. So now he's going to, here comes Ifrit. You saw that I had Sonnen cast Mana Well on there because it's getting close to having Mega Flare pop up. You also want to make sure that you have both HP at least above 7,000. So that's probably my recommendation, like for HP thresholds, is at least 7,000. So if you can just hit 7,000, you'll be fine. I think you'll survive Mega Flare with Barrier Up. Without it, you'll die. I think he does like 8,000 to 9,000 HP without Barrier Up. So you're basically dead. He'll just wipe your entire team, and that's not good. And to be honest, I think once you get past Bahamut, like, I think the rest of the I casted it too soon there, because I thought once he hit like 1, he was gonna cast it shortly after, but no, it still took a little bit of time there. Oh no, I did it at 2. Never mind. Yeah. So wait till 1. 1 is when it's safe, where you'll have enough. You'll have enough on the Mana Well to survive the attack. Don't do what I did. Wasted MP there, but it's fine. And yeah, definitely want to use Limit Synchronize when you can. You do a ton of damage to the Bahamut here. As you saw, look at that. We chunked him. And as you can see, like, Ifrit's really, like, no threat at all. He's just going to get up in your face. He's going to be healing you the entire time. It's kind of hilarious. Even though I run away from him, I notice it too. Like, I run away from him as well. I'm like, no, don't hit me. And then I realize, I'm like, oh, wait, he can't hurt me. He just heals me. But yeah, like, as I was saying, like, once you get past the Bahamut fight, I think the rest of this is actually rather easy. Because you fight Ramuh next. And then after that, then you fight Pride and Joy Mark 2.0, which I think can be a little bit like touch and go in some places, but for the most part, like, if you know how to fight it, because if you fought Pride and Joy in the base game, then you pretty much know how to fight Pride and Joy with Yuffie. It's the same fight, I think. I don't think there was anything different about it. But yeah, you saw when we got hit with the Mega Flare, like, we had a nice health pool left, you know, to keep us alive until we healed ourselves up. So now that Bahamut's life is pretty low, he's not going to be able to cast Mega Flare again. So if you do the fight slowly, I think you can probably get hit with multiple Mega Flares. But as long as you keep your Mana Well up, don't try to burn all your HP, or not your HP, your MB in this fight alone. You shouldn't. I feel like you shouldn't. If you're constantly attacking him like I am, like from the back there with Yuffie, just sitting there in the back, just chipping away at his damage, having Sonnen doing, you know, keeping him busy and stuff, Bahamut will go down in no time, and Ifrit will be no problem. Because then he can't kill you. Because Ifrit's only going to target you. He doesn't even worry about Sonnen. I think he's one of the enemies where he just targets the character you're controlling, and he doesn't have that much HP to begin with. So yeah, that's the hardest fight. Once I got past this, I was like, alright, I think we can do this. Ramuh does have some pretty hard-hitting attacks. His Judgment Bolt doesn't do as much as Mega Flare does. So I don't think you have to worry about having Mana Well up, because he hit me with it. I wasn't expecting it either. He hit me with it, and it didn't really do that much damage to me. Definitely not on Mega Flare's level there. So don't worry too much about casting Manuel. Just keep your HP up. I'd say just keep your HP up above like 6,000, and I think you'll be fine. If you want to, definitely cast a Manuel. Will help you mitigate that damage from Judgment Bolt. Yeah, so I think the thing that you probably would need to worry about is when he casts these. He's gonna cast these like familiars or something like that. You'll kind of know it because they'll be tethered to him or something. They'll be tethered to him and they'll like surround him and stuff, which I think he's about to do here pretty soon. No, it's not Voltaic Lance. Okay, Voltaic Lance can be a problem, but that's an ability that should be easy to dodge. 11 arrows isn't all that to worry about because like he mostly just summons them around him. Yeah, I'm trying to think like other than Judgment Bolt, what's his attack that really is summoning? Yeah, these things. He's summoning sparks. I tried to take them out. I didn't get all of them because I think this is when he's going to cast. I think this is when he's going to cast Judgment Bolt on you. And I feel like with these sparks up, kind of does more damage. Ends up doing more damage on his Judgment Bolt. I'm not too sure. So don't quote me on yeah, definitely don't quote me on this. But I knocked out like what, 2 of them, I think, before he did the Judgment Bolt. So maybe that's why he didn't do as much damage. I was sitting there, I was like, oh no, he's doing Judgment Bolt. I was like, oh crap, how much damage is he gonna do? Sona's only got like, I was like, I think Sona's gonna be dead. Oh yeah, he survived. He had reprieve on. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, he would have died. He absolutely would have died. So you definitely want to keep your HP over 5,000 at least, because that would have killed Sonin. And even Yuffie, I'm like, whew, I'm in critical danger right now. So I'm all like, oh no, Ramu, don't you think about it. So yeah, Judgment Bolt definitely is an attack to worry about. So honestly, like if you think your HP is too low, throw a Manuel up with Sonin, and you should be fine. Just watch out for the name over his head. You should have enough time to cast it. Once you see Judgment Bolt over their head, then yeah, drop the Manuel or a Cure. You know, throw a Cure out there. Cure might be enough to get you over the threshold to stay alive. So now Sonin has his limit break. I'm just waiting for Yuffie to get hers, and then I'm just gonna use the big boy limit break. And I think that finishes off Ramu, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, apparently you can't do it while you're rolling. So it's like, yeah, let's do the big one. And yeah, he's dead. That thing does so much damage. It's crazy. Yeah. Like by themselves, our limit breaks don't do that much damage, but if you use both of them in tandem, yeah, it's a wrap right there. So now all that's left is Pride and Joy. And so when you see him do that, which is more than likely going to happen because Sonin is controlled by the AI and he doesn't tend to dodge that attack, he's going to get grabbed. So what you want to do is attack his arm, his right arm. Don't do what I did. You can sit there and like try to lock onto him, you know, like try to cast like an ability on it and then just lock on that way. That way you can continuously hit his arm, and then it will free Sonin. Because like after a certain while, he's going to like chuck him, or he's going to do like this big attack, which I don't know if it's a one shot. I don't think it is, but it does do a lot of damage. So we don't want to risk it. So let's try to free him. You know, he's like, let him go, man. It's kind of funny. He's like, So yeah, he'll do that. So I don't know if you'll have to worry about that attack, because I think for the most part he's going to try to grab Sony with it. The beam cannon is going to do a lot of damage. If you want to, and it's going to be hard to dodge that attack. I've tried to do it, so that's why you've noticed it, like I'll sit there and just block it, and I don't think that really does anything. I don't think it really mitigates any damage. So what you can do is you can have Sonic just cast Barrier on Yuffie there, and that will help you kind of mitigate the damage from the beam cannon. And then also, when you see those little pools of fire down there, don't hesitate to run through them. You can actually heal yourself with that, because as if you remember, we put fire elemental on our armor, and since the elemental materia is fully maxed out, we absorb any kind of fire damage. So these pools of fire on the ground will heal us. So yeah, when you see him shooting those, you'll take damage from the initial shots. So don't sit there and like be like, oh yeah, heal me. No, you'll take damage from the initial shots. It's the pools on the ground, the pools of fire on the ground that are going to heal you. So definitely dodge the initial attacks, and then you can just run through the pools of fire and then keep your health up. It's another little way to heal yourself. It's pretty cheeky, right? Kind of nice as well. So I think for the most part, like, this fight's a lot easier than it is with the main party, I think. Simply because you can keep Yuffie at a distance this entire time while Sonnen just basically sits there and tanks him. Like, he just sits up there in his face and just takes all of his attacks for the most part. The only one you're gonna have to worry about is just beam attack, but if you keep your HP up, you're good to go. And then also, summon Ramu as well. Summon Ramu during this fight because he is weak to electrical damage, or to lightning damage, so yeah, having Ramu there will help as well, doing extra damage to him. I think I waited a little too long before I summoned him, I think. Because like for the most part, I tend to forget that myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I can use summons. Let's not forget that. So yeah, cast Ramu for sure. Yeah, it's like 6,000 HP. Jeez Louise. If you round up, yeah, it's like 6,000 HP that he does. Oh, did I finally decide that I was gonna cast Barrier? I guess I didn't, because whatever this was stunned me or something, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, I realized. I was like, dude, this happened during my stagger phase. I'm like, damn, dude, I'm missing out on so much damage right now. I'm like, damn. That's rough. Got in there pretty late, but it's fine. It is what it is. No big deal. So at this point in time, I'm just waiting for Sonnen to get his limit break, because his HP's like low. And then like I swear I do summon Ramu during this fight. I think I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I could have done this. Oh, I actually did cast Barrier. Wow, I cast Barrier this late in the fight. That's hilarious. I'm like, this point, wow, that didn't mitigate anything. So is that a magic attack? So Barrier itself isn't gonna do it. It's gonna you're gonna have to summon. It's either gonna have to be Mana Well or it's gonna be Mana Ward that you're gonna have to use. I think that beam cannon counts as a magic attack. That's crazy. I didn't realize that. I know, you know, I got the strats, and yeah, see, the fight was over, basically. The fight was over. My trophy pops at this point in time. It doesn't show it, but yeah, see. As you can see, like, this is the first time I've beaten it, because I'm getting the Goddard Damarungs here. So yeah, that's all of Yuffie's fights completed. We did Yuffie versus Sonnen Top Secrets. So that's all of Yuffie's, and then the next ones are we only have 2 more fights left, and then we're finished. Then we're finished with Remake. So hopefully later today we hear that there's going to be the Rebirth demo, because then I can do some content on that. So yeah. See you guys in the next VR missions. Thank you guys thank you to anybody who's watched this video all the way through. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my future videos.